Shout out to G-Man Boxing.
Alright people, literally some breaking news in the last few minutes. Errol Spence, it's not good news. Errol Spence has suffered a retinal tear in his left eye and has now been ruled out of his fight with Manny Pacquiao on August 21st. So the WBA champion Yordenis Ugas will now step in and face Pacquiao instead. So essentially what Manny Pacquiao is going to do, he's going to fight for the title. Basically, he's champion in recess, so he gets an immediate crack at the WBA champion. So he's basically fighting for a WBA title. Boy, I was so looking forward to this fight. I thought Spence was going to win, but I thought there's a few question marks there. And ironically, I'm seeing Michael Benson here on Twitter. Only in the last hour, he actually tweeted the price of Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, $74.99, $75 in America. I wonder if they'll redo that, and I can't believe it. Literally an hour ago was when he tweeted that, and 27 minutes ago was when that was announced. I'm going to quote Errol Spence here on that. He said, "Unfortunately, the doctors found a tear in my left eye and said I needed to get surgery on it ASAP, and that there was no way I could fight with my eye in the condition. I'll be back. We've come back from worse." Ah, oh, mate, you know. The eye is such a sensitive area that you don't begrudge anyone, pulling out of a fight with that, because, look, we've seen fighters quit because of eye injuries. Kell Brook, Daniel Dubois, Billy Joe Saunders. I'm sure there have been others. At the end of the day, going into a fight less than 100%, going into a fight with an eye injury, and we've seen how eye injuries can affect fighters badly. I've heard stories about fighters only having, say, like 3 or 4 pro fights, look good in them fights, they get a detached retina or they get a similar eye injury in sparring, and that's that. So hopefully with Errol Spence it's not too serious. I don't recall any. I'm just thinking though, it's probably nothing related to that, but I was thinking, would it be maybe based from the car crash, but then saying that it wasn't really his eyes that were injured that we know of anyway. I do remember the left eye looking a bit strange. In fact, actually, while I'm here, I'm just gonna get that error. I'm not gonna show it on screen obviously, but I'm just gonna see if they have a snippet of that injury from the crash, because there definitely was one of his eyes were looking a bit bizarre. Yeah, and if I hold it there, it would be the left. That's my right, but if I hold it on that side, no, it would be the left eye. So the left eye in that injury, in the crash that he had a couple of years back, that's the eye that looked mashed up. You can see it looks like, well, is it your retina? I think it is your retina. Is white. I think that's your retina anyway. Could be wrong. If anyone wants to correct me on that, feel free to. But that's the white part of your eye. In that, after that crash, it was completely red. So I wonder if that's residual damage from the crash. And maybe now that he's back doing proper sparring, doing proper training. I know we had a Danny Garcia fight, but maybe that eye was just asking for trouble. Maybe that eye has never been fully the same, and a few shots in sparring caused to exacerbate the injury, because it definitely looks wrong in that picture. You remember when he released that photo, I think it was a mugshot of him post the crash, and you saw kind of the facial damage. The eye looked mashed up. That left eye looked bad. It didn't look like the right eye. The right eye looked fine. The left eye looked bad. So I wonder if there's residual damage there from that. Yordenis Ugas is a good fighter. He is. I think that at this stage now, Manny Pacquiao, even 2 years removed, should deal with Yordenis Ugas. He's not going to stop him. Yordenis Ugas is tough. Manny Pacquiao, he's only got a stoppage once in the last 10 years. That was against Lucas Matisse. But Manny Pacquiao, I reckon even at 42, he should still probably have just enough to get by Yordenis Ugas. And if he doesn't, and Yordenis Ugas wins, then maybe we should be thanking our lucky stars that Errol Spence this fight didn't happen, because Yordenis Ugas, as I said, very good fighter. Don't get me wrong, very good fighter. But would he be on the level of a Spence? Would he be on the level of... He lost a very close decision to Sean Porter. Would he be on that kind of level? Probably not. Probably not. And if he goes in there and puts a beating on Pacquiao, you'd be thinking, Jesus, I'm glad that wasn't Errol Spence, because God knows what could have happened there. So I think they might knock a bit of money off the price, but Yordenis Ugas, it's a decent replacement. I mean, you can't really sniff your nose up to that. It's Dennis Ugas is solid, very solid. So world title fight for Manny Pacquiao. Will he retire after this fight? That's the question, because a lot of people felt that Spence, win or lose, was the swan song. You know, to go out on the top, go out on top. Fighting your Dennis Ugas, you're not fighting the best welterweight in the world, but certainly, you're not fighting you're not fighting a cream puff. Make no mistake of it. I know he's got a few losses, but your Dennis Ugas is a very good fighter. Very good fighter. So Manny Pacquiao going in there with him. Hey, 2 years out of the ring, could be an interesting fight. We'll need to see. I make Manny Pacquiao the slight favourite. Slight. I still wonder about the inactivity. 2 years out of the ring can hamper you. But that's that. I hadn't done a prediction on this fight yet, a prediction video. I was thinking what day this week to do it. I'll now have a rethink and I'll do Dennis Ugas versus Manny Pacquiao. I'll still do it. It's just I was looking forward to the Spence fight. So Spence fight's off, unfortunately. I don't know if we'll ever see that fight now, because I don't know. God knows what Manny Pacquiao will do. He's got that election campaign going in the Philippines. If he wins, boxing's gonzo. I'm telling you now, like he is. There's no way boxing is gonzo if he wins that. So we'll wait and see. Manny Pacquiao versus Dennis Ugas. Let me know in the comments what you think. Has your opinion changed now? You know, were you like me thinking Manny Pacquiao is probably not going to beat Spence, but should beat your Dennis Ugas unless he's completely aged dramatically overnight? I know that can happen. 2 years out of the ring, you don't know what might happen. Manny Pacquiao seems to be the only guy who has Father Time's number, but at the end of the day, he's still undefeated nevertheless. So wait and see. For now, leave you with that. Hope you enjoyed it. Smash the like button if you did. Subscribe of course if you haven't already. I'll talk to you people. Peace.